Here on this Monday morning, and we're all on a mission to save some money and cook within our means. So that means dinners for two with leftovers. We have Chef Alicia with Dink Cuisine joining us in studio with some of those tips. 8:33 here on this Monday morning. It's called Dink. Dual income, no kids, but that concept could apply to so many of us. And joining me now with more is Chef Alicia Chevatone. Thank you for being here with us on the CW. We appreciate it.
Thanks so much, Evan.
Before we get into all the fun stuff you brought here, tell me about the concept. Dual income, no kids. You're making sure that everyone involved in that category has some yummy meals to prep.
That's right. So dual income, no kids, what we really try to do is right size what we're cooking to the amount of people in our household. So if you have households of two, if you're just a couple of roommates, aging, someone looking for an aging parent, for example, we just want to make sure that when we're cooking intentionally and not cooking 4 to 6 servings, which is what most recipes are written for. So I write recipes for two, specifically for dynamics of two people.
Guilty as charged here with overdoing it on the recipes to make sure the kids have lunch the next day. But hey, my wife and I could get in on some of these dual recipes here. So let's talk about what you got here today, because you're getting us ready for the holiday coming up soon.
So Labor Day is in 3 weeks. In 3 weeks.
So we're already setting the menu now?
We're setting our intention now, but one of the things that I think is great is to make your own barbecue sauce. So I'm going to share my Manhattan barbecue sauce today, which is
Manhattan is in the beautiful, delicious cocktail.
That's right.
There we go.
Not the part of New York. Exactly. And so it's really easy to make your own barbecue sauce.
Okay.
And it's fiscally responsible. It is so much more affordable than actually buying barbecue sauce in a jar that's, $8, $12, $14. It's getting crazy with prices. So I'm actually going to walk you through how we can make our own barbecue sauce. And the cute thing about this, and this is again from my first cookbook, Italian Cookbook for Two, my concept was to make a picture of Manhattans.
Okay.
So you make 3 Manhattans.
Try not to drink them all before you.
Right.
Okay. Just getting that clear for a second.
You each have a Manhattan, and then the third one goes into the sauce.
There you go.
So that's why it's Manhattan barbecue sauce.
There you go.
So as we're making it, and the ingredients are very, very simple. So we've got some grated onion here. This is grated onion with a little bit of garlic. And then we also have a little bit of beef stock, which is sort of, it contributes to the meatiness, a little bit of Worcestershire, and a little bit of apple cider vinegar, because every barbecue sauce has some good tang, right? And then we have our tomato products, so both ketchup and passata. So passata is, you could use crushed tomatoes. It's basically just raw tomato, and it comes in a jar. It's called passata. And then some seasoning, and then we put it all in here, and then we add our Manhattan.
Do I get to,
yeah,
you
can add it right in here. So we're going to do some live cooking here.
Let's do it. Let's get it started here. Alicia, this sauce, obviously it's in your new cookbook, but how did this thought come about for you to do this on your own?
Well, I tell you something,
other than being just a wonderful chef who wants to create everything on their own originally and not rely on pre-made things.
Well, the thing with barbecue sauce is that I think a lot of people don't really understand how easy it is to cook at home, and these things are simple, right? What I like to do is to be able to take recipes that don't require too many ingredients, nothing that's really, really difficult to obtain. I mean, you take something like, ketchup, for example, here, you could
May
put
I?
it in your
Here,
sauce,
you scoop
please.
it. You scoop for me.
Right. And in my family, I'm not a big bourbon or whiskey drinker, but my family loves to drink Manhattans.
Okay.
And this is how this just kind of came about, is because while I don't necessarily like to drink with them, or drink them, absolutely, you can pop it in. I love to cook with them, so that's really fun too.
And so they'll enjoy the drinks as you're as you're helping out over the stove here and making this up. And
exactly.
How are we incorporating this into our delicious chicken? Can I stir while you're talking here?
Please stir too. So these are barbecue chicken thighs, and I love chicken thighs because you're really hard to overcook. So especially if you're having a lot of people over for Labor Day, this is something that you can kind of have on the grill, maybe on the warm side of the grill, and you won't have to worry about them drying out. So I pre-grill them, and then right as I'm ready to serve, I like to just do a little brush of the Manhattan barbecue sauce. And a great way, if you've already pre-grilled your chicken, is to stick these under the the broiler, and they'll get nice and sticky, and that sauce is just going to stick right onto the chicken and be absolutely delicious. And these are boneless and skinless, so for dark meat, they are relatively healthy.
Chef Alicia Chevatone getting us ready for Labor Day with these beautiful chicken wings, getting us ready to celebrate the holiday as well. One more time where people can not only get your cookbook, but find out some of these recipes.
So my website is dinkcuisine.com. You can also follow me on Instagram at dinkcuisine. And yeah, absolutely, would love to be able to entertain all of you at some point in the future.
Chef Alicia, thank you so much for being
Thanks,
with
Evan.
us here on the CW. We're going to be back right after this.